And we are back, episode 23 of the One Corner Podcast, brought to you again by the four amigos here. Still single, most of us. Anyway, my name is Kevin Montero. Joined today again by
Birch, Warid, and Chunyan. Hi, he doesn't speak, so we need to introduce him to you guys because he legally cannot speak.
Yeah, even at interviews when he says hi, he waves to the interviewer. Okay, I need to ask you all about something that just got together in our country.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, no, but for real though, so everyone at this point probably knows about the compulsoriness of the TraceTogether token / app that's going to be introduced.
Mandatory.
Yeah, in December-ish period, right? End of the year. Just want to ask you all right now, what is the difference, right? Or why are they rolling it now, right? When we have safe entry already. So why have the need for this aggressive push for TraceTogether when safe entry has been doing its job for the past 2-3 months?
I don't know, let me call Vivian Balakrishnan and ask him.
Yes.
Because apparently, he mentioned in a statement in September, I think, where he said that the tokens itself will not be mandatory. It will be required. They said they roll out a testing measure in certain areas where there's a lot of elderly people because they are more prone to the disease, right? So at the start, people were okay, understandable. It makes sense. Rationally, it makes sense, right? And he said that the tokens won't be mandatory or compulsory for people to use. But apparently, we just got the news that it is compulsory. So the past few months, we've been having safe entry, right? And then after a while, they decided to create TraceTogether. Okay, sure, fine, TraceTogether. And then they made a fucking token, which is apparently the reason was for the elderly who aren't so
technologically advanced, tech savvy.
Yeah, tech savvy. Tech savvy old people.
Thanks, Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Yeah, and then the token is meant for the elderly or the people who cannot I can't say the word who aren't tech savvy enough, right? And then now everybody needs to have either the token or you need to have the app. So what happened to safe entry? I thought safe entry was supposed to be okay.
Okay, I'm guessing this because safe entry you have to check in, right?
TraceTogether also need one.
No, but most of us we either forget to check out, or some of us I know will cheat. We will just use the same safe entry pass wherever we enter. Because technically the people who are waiting there, they just look at your green color of your pass to check in.
Yeah.
So technically,
true.
I mean TraceTogether works with Bluetooth, right? I mean the app that I downloaded, it's literally Bluetooth. So I think it's more, how do I say, traceable?
No, but I think here's the thing, because it's Bluetooth, right? So it has the ability to, to communicate through only a certain distance. Only through a close proximity. So what this does, right? Essentially, it's better as compared to
compared to the safe entry.
Yeah, safe entry because if you you'll be able to scale down all the ones that are really in close proximity with the contacted COVID patient.
So they can contain in a way they can contain it more.
They don't have to go a whole mall and shut down.
Just
the
to
mall.
correct. You don't have to shut down the whole mall just to disinfect.
It's better that way.
And all
it's
that.
But be close. That's why he kena. Then maybe he far we same mall. He won't kena.
You won't kena.
I mean, lower
cannot be
class,
you walk the whole mall.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You walk the whole mall maybe then you don't throughout your
you
whole.
bang everyone.
Yeah, you bang everyone. Everybody all the trace tokens.
touch them.
All, ding, 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 ding.
Some Naruto.
Okay make sense lah. But
so it's good. Right?
I think the issue that people have is the data collection thing. I think that's the main issue that people have. Data collection of your location. They will know is it where you are, where you've been, why are you touching that. Why are you inappropriately touching the table?
No, what the? Okay, never mind.
Designer, it's a brand.
Oh, it's a brand. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. What was I saying? Wait, what? What was I saying? Fuck, Birch.
Say data collection. Concern with privacy.
Yeah, data
issues.
collection. People brought it up asking okay, so after everything is done, right, what will happen to the data? And the answer that we were given that we've been reassured that the data won't be used for malicious usage, or it will be Like only certain people can have access to it. But the
Bollocks!
but then the question is how sure are we that is actually
Come
true?
on, our data is
You know?
leaked every time, everywhere.
Yeah, like SingHealth
through
data was
everything.
like leaked, and it contained PM Lee's own data, right? I think the SingHealth.
Oh yeah, that's what they said lah.
Yeah. So how are we sure that our data is actually safe?
Okay, apparently according to the, I can't remember what press release it was, but it's 20 something days. So after 20, I want to say 7 or 21, but don't quote us on that. So after those 20-ish days,
They
Don't
restart.
quote us on anything.
yeah, in general,
In general.
just in general, yeah. Even if we say the sun is yellow, it may not be yellow. It could be like dark orange or something. So
The sun is not yellow.
it's not yellow.
No.
Color is
It's
the
a
sun.
greenish tint.
Huh?
No, I'm just saying nonsense.
Sounded so legit for a moment there.
Yeah, so they said this TraceTogether, whatever data it collects on day A, 20 something days after day A, that data will be erased. But that's what they say. So
That's what I said.
That's what they say. Bollocks. Right.
But
It's like,
hey,
it's
but
like we're allergic to bullshit, man. I don't know. Man.
No, but
Just
here's
feeling
the
that.
thing. Aren't we supposed to trust the government in the first place?
Aye. No.
Do I trust our government?
No, it's okay to trust. It's okay to trust your government. At the same time, have suspicions about it.
reasonable doubts.
Yeah, reasonable doubts.
Yeah.
You know, like if you have data breaches of extreme importance, like your SingHealth data, right? Which I think showed like how many people, like the history of people with AIDS or something like that.
Oh.
That was one of the breaches, I think. If I recall right. Is that correct?
I hope you're recalling it
It's
correctly.
HIV or AIDS. It's HIV or AIDS. I can't remember.
Yeah,
which one it was.
it's like a very sensitive data. So like I think it's completely normal for people to be questioning like
That's true.
how safe
It's like my
is our
confidential
data.
information out there.
You know? Like yeah.
But here's the thing, you know, as much as okay, whatever you say, it is important because we
Mm.
definitely don't want our personal data to be spreading all around, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like when we are creating like games accounts and you know like using a phone browsing on like I don't know creating Tinder, you'll be putting your phone number,
Yeah.
linking everything, you know, OTP or all that stuff,
Right.
your credit card details. We give it out so readily,
Mhm.
right? But at the same time, we are so hesitant when giving to an
Government.
organization that we are supposed to trust.
Mhm.
But it does say something about the, you know, like our distrust against the organization that's supposed to govern us.
What does he say?
It says we need change. Bring up the hammer.
I don't know.
Second have the hammer already, what? I mean, so.
More hammers.
Speaking of hammers, how about the one that dropped in Parliament with something about a 1.3k?
Oh. let Warren
No.
explode.
Let Trina explain. Tune in.
I don't know, man.
I heard I heard
I don't know,
before you start
man.
recording.
I don't know, man. I don't know I don't. Okay.
Okay, so just we'll just give like a very brief introduction. Basically, the Workers' Party, I think James and Pritam Singh gave us a suggestion. What?
I thought I had pretend. I was like,
No, Pritam Singh.
Patra.
Prata.
Patra.
Whoa.
Patra. Patra.
That-
Patra.
Oh, he's referring to the
Oh.
table brand. Yeah. For a moment
Oh.
there, I was about to. It's like,
Okay, no. So they introduced a bill proposing of a minimum wage of $1.3 thousand. Yeah, 1.3k as a minimum wage. But then union leaders, surprisingly, who would have thought union leaders were against the idea, saying that it might bring down the wages of other occupations as well. But from what I believe is that the minimum wage proposal was introduced or suggested because they are targeting the I think 37,000 people. Is it 37,000 people? Around 30k of the workers who are earning less than $1,000 a month. So the argument is that $1,000 a month and less is not enough for sustainability, right?
32,000.
32,000 people.
Yep.
So it's ironic that union leaders, people who are representing unions who are supposed to work for workers and fighting for fair wages, are against the minimum wage or setting a minimum bar for people to live or have a wage that allows them to live not comfortably lah, but better than what situation they're currently in. You know what I mean? So that's the whole argument that occurred in Parliament, And so the discussion is now set. The main criticism behind the criticism given by the union leaders themselves is that they earn 5 digits. No, I mean, first of all, they earn like 5 digits. So
5, 6, I don't know.
around there, they earn quite a lot, right? And they're supposed to be
16K, I think.
Whoa.
I'm not sure. I just saw that figure.
How do you know?
somewhere.
Are you like
There was a post that says that I'm not sure whether it's credible or true, but it's like 16K salary MP opposes 1.3K minimum wage.
yeah, exactly.
Then I was like,
That is the
title.
That's a good title.
So
man.
what was the source? Mothership or?
I hope it's not Marshall News. I hope it's not Marshall News. It's not credible.
I have no idea.
Once again, don't quote us on anything. We clearly don't know what the fuck we're saying. But yeah, that's the main argument being made. So now that the backstory has been presented to the table, to the jury, to the judge, to the floor, what do you guys think?
I think it's counter.
Kevin, you need to speak up more, man. Come on.
I think it's counterproductive to think that this is going to be something that everyone agrees on straight away, right? Because all the people who are comfortable in their position right now, they won't want to advocate such a drastic change to the economy. And then I like what what's her name? Dr. Ho, the ex-NUS prof, she said, if quote unquote if we cannot help them put food on the dinner table or provide for their basic needs, it is futile to talk about increasing productivity.
Exactly.
I think the country is so hell-bent on improving productivity, efficiency, and all the other yada KPI things that we strive for as a country, that it's so easy to forget the foundation of like the people who help us with our upbringing and our foundation. So yeah, it's unfair.
Do you have anything to add, Junior?
No, I agree. I agree.
I love it.
I love it. Yep.
3 words.
I love it.
I agree.
I'm loving it.
Not sponsored yet. So this week's
McDonald's?
imaginable sponsor is brought to you by McDonald's. So if you're looking to sponsor 4 hungry guys,
McSpicy, please.
yes, McSpicy vouchers for life. So
It'll be fucking dope you get sponsored by McDonald's though. To be
No,
honest.
but if you think about it, right, it's McDonald's is an embodiment of capitalism. Right?
aren't we an embodiment of capital?
Yeah, we are.
Let's trip right now.
Take
out all
what is Singapore an embodiment of?
Apparently not Malays.
Why do we keep doing this?
Why?
Why?
Yeah, what do you think about Dr. Ho?
Okay,
Yeah,
thoughts. I think I like what she said. I mean, we shouldn't just look at people as statistics. I think the PAP likes to look at numbers. Numbers are important, right? Numbers and figures are important. When you look across the scale, in terms of economics, 32,000 represent a certain group of people, and their argument against it was like this. They said that these people are either full-time workers or they are already being supported by certain schemes, right? Either like the progressive wage model, where they tie your salary to the skills that you acquire as you upgrade yourself, or to another work scheme. What's WIS or WES? I don't know what's the name. What's it called something. So I understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, I feel like that shouldn't discount the struggles of that 32,000 people. Yeah. I think the issue here is those people they are trying to help, and that's why this minimum wage should go through.
And I don't agree with the argument made in Parliament by the MP. I don't know what's his name, but I think from what I read, what he said was that, I mean, he has a very, very valid question to bring up, which is that, he is as a business owner, it's his responsibility to uphold the the requirements to hold a profitable business. Yeah. So of course it's a correct mindset, but at the same time he's being presented, he's presenting himself in Parliament as an MP for the people,
not for businesses.
Yeah.
Right.
So that in itself is already wrong.
Yeah, so there's that contradiction between his role as a business owner and his role as an MP. So it begs the question is,
who are you serving? Timber or people?
Like number one, why are we having people in MP holding 2 jobs?
it's definitely okay.
Yeah.
Why is it okay?
Why
Isn't it a contradiction of interest really? If you are a business owner and then you're in Parliament, And if you're going to push for policies that help the worker or help the people,
But it does not mean that businesses does not help the people. So both can exist concurrently.
yeah.
You know, it can be
Yeah.
positive because then they know the market,
Yeah.
they know the private sector, then they can also
They-
understand the,
Right.
Mm.
forces on
They
how
know
to-
what's in need. They actually need.
to balance both the private and the public.
Yeah.
Actually, it will protect, right? Like, it will protect people
I mean, that's the
from,
main argument that people made.
from getting, like, illegally employed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, 16K salary, objecting to a 1.3K minimum wage.
Yeah.
But the only question I have is that, okay, but 32,000 people are still not having a decent pay.
How do you even survive with 1.3K? Honestly, in Singapore,
I don't
give you
even think 1.3K is enough.
Yeah, if you have a family, or you have like, I mean, okay, let's say you have a son or daughter with special needs, for example, then what, 1.3 is enough to
Yeah.
feed everyone? No way, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, the funny part about human nature is that when it happens to you, then you really understand the gravity of the situation, right? Like these people probably, I don't know, they might not have ever feared not having enough income to live by the
Dude,
next
he
day.
fears, okay? What if one day instead of going to MBS, he can only go to like what? Fullerton instead? That's a big downgrade, okay? Come on. I'm
Instead of
pretty sure-
driving my Mercedes, I have to drive my fucking Maserati.
Yeah, like
Fuck.
freak, man. That's so tough, eh? Come
I
on.
don't-
Man.
don't know whether it's a deep question to ask, but I just something that sprung to mind that I don't know whether I know the people who are watching this politically savvy may come for us, but would UBI somehow help with this as a countermeasure, or is UBI off the table? Yeah, I just want to ask. I'm not sure.
I think UBI from
State what UBI first is.
Universal Basic Income. We had a discussion on Universal
So
Basic
if you didn't
Income.
watch it, then screw you. Kidding.
No.
Damn.
Only Birch said it.
No, I will not screw anyone. Okay, no.
Sure. Okay. So, I think the UBI only works in. I think maybe a James or who had, or maybe an MP gave a good suggestion that the UBI, right, should be introduced in times of crisis to
Right,
help
right,
everybody stabilize
For that period, right? It's like an
Yeah.
emergency
Yeah.
crisis fund kind of thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think somebody mentioned about this is the perfect time to test whether UBI really works or not.
Right.
But I think in the long-term solution, I don't think we are financially capable of supporting UBI for.
Really? Does anyone know how much we have in our treasury?
That's the one question now. If
let
they
me,
want
let me
to-
give a call to
let me just give a
Let's
call.
call
ah.
PM Lee right now, bro. How much do we have?
That's a whole new argument, man. Just finding out about
The amount that
Yeah.
we have, bro.
Yo, how much money do we have as
Yo,
a country?
bruh.
I don't-
Just give me 1.3. I think I'll
yeah, but
survive.
I don't think it will be financially sustainable to maintain in the long run. But I do think that it's okay to have it like
Times of crisis.
like right now. I think right now is like
to
the
like plug the hole
The
out.
time
in a
that
way.
we need lah, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Unemployment is like, I mean, on the rise, man. Come on, man.
But it's sad though, like these 32,000 people were earning less than $1,000 a month, and then they. What are the chances they actually listen to all these parliament debates?
They're probably too busy trying to find another job.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably working odd hours, back-to-back shifts and whatnot.
So these people are arguing in parliament, but the people who actually are concerned with this policy probably are way too busy to even care. They just like if you guys are ready to sort out your differences and help us, that'll be great. That's probably like their reaction. It's like, guys, come on, we are suffering down here. Can you guys get your shit together and help us out?
No, they're gonna look at policies.
They can't convert.
I thought you said you're gonna look at porn.
They look
What?
Maybe they do. I mean, really stressed.
policies.
Maybe they do. They can't. Yeah, because they can't convert claps and push-ups to money, right?
Oh.
I mean,
We're doing an orchestra now. Ouch.
yeah, but that's why it's so frustrating to like what you just put on the table. You know, they can't have the time to. They may not have the time to hear the parliamentary debates that just happened.
Actually, you know what? One thing I realized, whenever they make decisions like about policies and all that, right? I mean, they are the best people to make. I mean, they have the experience, expertise. But why
You
can't
clearly
they?
haven't met me yet.
Yeah, they clearly haven't met Warren yet.
Yeah, they shouldn't be meeting me.
Oh, that was smooth.
Just haven't met you yet. Okay, but
Bubbly.
Bubble.
but I think that they should include in this parliament the people who are being affected by these policies. Like, how cool would it be to have someone who's the one that's directly impacted by these policies to actually share about their situation
Yeah.
and how this might help or might not help them.
Like a all out and out representative.
Yeah, from
Oh.
the public, like in that freaking parliament debate, because you're literally talking about policies that will
Actually,
affect
that would be
them.
very interesting. It's like
Right.
this week in Parliament we have a new guest.
Oh, but the issue will be people will be saying that either side will be politicizing the issue. That's one thing. And then with the era of Facebook boomers, they're probably gonna share some stupid fucking fake news saying that this person is fake, this person fake their backstory. You know how Facebook is like, right? With their fucking fake news shit, it's gonna occur. So like this guy might be actually like legitimately suffering and then being up in parliament telling their sad story, and then some fucking boomer on Facebook, this is fake, this is fake news, you know. This is paid by the PAP, blah blah blah. It's like
I'm pretty sure they don't sound like that. Okay.
I'm pretty sure they sound like that, dude. But yeah, it's like that is an issue that I see. Yeah, but they definitely should have spoken to more.
Right. They should have spoken to that 32,000 people actually and gather like I don't know, some kind of data or like about their experiences, how they feel about their situation, and whether the current existing schemes that PAP claims to have already been like in place as already equivalent to the minimum wage actually helps, that the government claims to sort of help the people actually is effective.
Mm-hmm.
Like do a legit study. I mean, 32,000 people, how hard is it to do? Okay, no, it's actually pretty hard, but we have the resources to do it.
We have the means.
We have the means to do it. So why not do a freaking study, see whether the policies like meeting the end outcomes. If it's not, freaking heck, 1.3K, let's do it. It's not even enough, but let's do it.
Let's do it. That's what the Asylum said to cancelling Amos Yee's stay, right? Let's do it. Cancel.
Amos Yee, oh my gosh, Amos Yee. Let's go to Amos Yee.
It's a name we haven't had in the waves for a long time, right? I mean, the
Has
last
we even
time.
talked about him before? I don't think we did.
I think we did.
know lah.
No, we
know.
did. We
Oh,
mentioned him
we did?
briefly. Yeah, I remember.
Briefly. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, this guy
I
got
think
caught.
so.
What is he caught with? I'm going to make a
14-year-old. What's the word called?
Dude, this
Sharing nudes
Yeah. They exchanged like.
in possession of child pornography.
faces
Yes.
deportation, is convicted of child porn charges. Oh,
Yeah.
he looks like a badass gangster. Okay, he basically exchanged nude photos with a 14-year-old Texas girl in Chicago.
Chicago.
Pretty sure it's Chicago.
I think it's Chicago.
Pretty sure it's Chicago.
Chicago.
Okay, so okay. Okay,
He is
Amos-
a Chicope.
Okay, we know that he was jailed twice, right? And then for like wounding religious feelings, you can just YouTube him. I'm pretty sure the videos are still there. But then he was granted asylum in the US, and then he sort of disappeared for a good while.
Off the radar.
Yeah, off the radar completely, and then suddenly he comes up with exchanging nude photos and thousands of messages with a 14-year-old kid.
Wait, he's a former actor. Wikipedia says he's a former actor. He acts as what, yeah?
YouTube star? Oh.
What the fuck? Okay, we'll carry on.
So apparently his bail is set at US 1 million.
Huh?
Yeah, and he's banned from using the internet while awaiting trial. Banned from the internet.
Well, just a pretty big band, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, while awaiting trial.
How can you ban someone from the internet?
Cut off his internet line,
Give me
no?
your phone. Nah.
Huh?
Cut off his internet line, no? If he's on home arrest, you can just cut off the internet, what?
Oh, right.
Right? I mean, I don't know how it works there in America,
But
lah,
if you think about it, if your house is run by Alexa, can you actually
Run by
be
what?
cut?
Alexa.
Alexa. Can you
Alexa.
actually be cut away from the internet?
what are the chances he is running on Alexa?
Cut Alexa away lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then your house doesn't work. Then you won't even on house arrest.
Well,
You will die.
well
True.
then, it is what it
It
is.
is.
What it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Dude,
yeah.
it's so interesting that so I mean he and the girl
Interesting?
exchanged. No, interesting as in. So he and the girl exchanged like new photos,
The
right?
girl is 14, right?
The girl
At
is
first she was
14.
cool with it, right? Then she like, then
Yeah.
she.
No, I think okay. I mean she's of an age where you cannot like really how do I say give any kind of weight to her to her decision making because 14 years old. Come on, right? But he told her to remove her age from her WhatsApp profile. So this dude clearly knew what he was getting into.
That is willful blindness.
Exactly.
That fucker.
Whoa! Chun Yan cursing for the first time. Live.
Huh?
Yeah.
Amos Yee, yeah.
If y'all made it this far to the episode, y'all just heard something happen for the first time. Wow.
Dude.
Yeah.
So I hope something happens to him, man.
Oh.
Oh, that sounds bad. I mean, I hope he gets the treatment he needs. He gets
The PC answer.
He gets the help he needs and become a recovering member of society. Okay, because we still have faith and hope in all individuals, and we believe in justice and equality for everyone,
Yeah,
even if you're.
The important question is, does he have a bright future ahead of him?
Pretty sure he has, man.
I mean, he's a smart kid, I think.
He'll be looking out the rail from the prison.
Oh yeah, I see the sun. It's fucked up.
Changi son.
The Chinese son all the road back
But
home.
okay, but the only sad part is when they had like an interview with the grandfather, and the grandfather felt sad that he has strayed away from whatever the fuck he was doing, and now he's
Straight
becoming
away from the light.
yeah, straight away from the light, and then now he's going to a place where there's no light.
Dude, okay,
Yeah.
speaking about these sexual offences, right? Have you all heard about the NUS professor?
The Tembusu, whatever.
Yeah, dude, okay, so this professor called Dr.
Fernando.
Jeremy Fernando.
It's a cool name though. Let's give it that. At least.
Oh my gosh, okay, so he was accused of sexually assaulting NUS students in 2020. But get this, okay, in 2015, he published an article or something which literally states at this, okay, he says, and at this juncture, your spidey senses are tingling, alarm bells are going off, and we are encroachingly
left. We got a minute left.
dangerously close to the terrain of pedophilia they should be. So he's basically like warranting, like he's trying to say that feelings towards like people who are like maybe your
Underage.
students or underage
Uh-huh.
are actually kind of okay because you're just embracing who you are.
Huh? Oh, okay, so he has the Amos Yee defense.
He had
as well.
all the red flags in 2015 if you go and read the article, but somehow he still made it as a professor. We're in 2020 and this guy is being charged, and guess what, they put it out in Straits Times when they were describing his charge. Say professor something for intimate association. This guy sexually assaulted a girl, but the Straits Times choose to use the word, they phrased it as intimate association. How gentle, how neutral, and how innocent does that word sound? So with me and my wife, we're legally married, intimate association.
Why are you putting me as a wife?
But you went to school and you were your wife already. What?
What?
I hope he gets the punishment he deserves, okay, Mr. Jeremy Fernando.
I mean, can you believe SPH? They're already like losing so much profit. They're like $89 million loss of revenue or profit or some shit. So probably like the editors don't give a fuck.
Intimate association. Come on, man.
I
Come on, man.
This counts intimate association.
This
Is
counts as
is
intimate
this
association.
intimate association?
Yeah, it is.
I like to disassociate. Disassociate myself.
And with that, it's been episode 23 of the One Corner podcast.
Still a mess.
Still a mess as always, but we'll bring back the same mess next Thursday. Take
There'll
care.
be a special episode next week. Stay tuned.
If you still actually watch us.
Yeah,